Hello, Anushka Dinaliyanige. Went back with question set 32 this time. So, in question set 31, we started a new scenario where we are developing computer software for this store called RIA Shoe Center, and we work at a software engineering company called software development company called AI Soft, and we're developing a software so that the RA Shoe Center employees and the shop owner can store information about the shop and customers and so on. So that's the gist of it. Yeah. So last in question set 31, we made some tables for like users of the software, the gender, the types who would be using, like customers, employees, and so on, the addresses, the system details like the username and login page, the city they're from, so we created those, and it seems we had to create some more tables. So let's get straight into it now. I'm using creating ER diagrams, and we are using MySQL Workbench for it. So let's get straight into it. It says create a product data to store product information, self-explanatory, and the product ID is primary key, and we're gonna have to auto-implement it. So go down here, right, and we're going to select product key, and that is so product ID, primary key, right, and auto increment. Yeah, that's how we do it. And then we have our product name, that's going to be white profile, alright, and this, and description. So the description of the product is stored here, and that's text. It's pure text, no numbers and so on. Text, and it's going to be the length is going to be 100 characters. So right, okay, now we're done there. Alright, now we made the product page. Let's move on to the second question, where it says create a table called brand to store the brands of the products. So, and the brand ID is going to be a primary key, which also. So we're going to go here on this. So let's see what I've done here. Right. I'm going to go in. So type brand, ID, right, and the brand name, right. So that's going to be the watch size font be 45. Okay, nice. Right, that's going to be that. And now we're gonna in the third question, we're going to create a table called GRN to store bill details provided by suppliers when selling inventory to a store. GRN, we have come across this term in the previous questions. GRN is basically the bill of that suppliers give to the store when they have delivered stock. So that's what it's when you it's an acronym, and when you say it's the full name is goods received note. So I'm gonna write this here, write GRN. Right. The date, right? So the date, so this data type date time stores the date of for stores dates, you know, as the name suggests, stores the dates, and also the time. So it selects date and time at the same time, where date it just selects only the date. So that's right. So GR date is also gonna select. It's gonna contain data that concerns, when at what date the GRN was received by the suppliers, and at what time. So then we're going to go on to GRN item, which is to store information about the quantities of goods supplied to the store by the supplier. So GRN item is it's the same thing as GRN. GRN item is going to talk about the products that are in the GRN. The products specified. It says here the quantities of items currently, quantities of goods supplied to the store by suppliers. It is specified in the GRN. That's the products and the details. That's what is going to be called GRN item. So quantity, right? So quantity is our primary key, and we are going to implement that. Now the unit price, store the unit price here, and get double data. Right, then next, selling price. Selling price, selling price is going to be double, right? Good. So that's our GRN item. Okay, now we're going to stock, which its name suggests, store information about stock, the inventory available for sale in the store. Quantities of items currently available for sale in the store. Right. So quantity, Right, first, sorry, so it's going to be stock ID. I'm going to edit the quantity. Id. The selling price. Right. No. Alright. So that's the stock price, the stock table, and now we're going on to the invoice table, which is basically to stores the bill details provided to the customer when purchasing goods from the store. It contains information about the things that the customer sold, who is the customer, and other details and so on. So that is used by the store to track how many the products the shop has sold. So it's very important when doing that. It's very important when deciding how much the store has sold, how many products it has sold, invoices. So write invoice ID and right. So okay. Date. Right. So we put the invoice and we put the dates of the invoice. When was the invoice is made, and then this is invoice item to store the details of the goods that the customer has purchased. So in the invoice, like I said before, they contain details of the customer, the product that was purchased, and the customer. So the details of the products will be stored in invoice item. Yes. Invoice item ID. Right, and then I'm gonna write down quantity. Right. There we go. Right. Right. So it seems like that's it for question set 32. I made a product table. We made a product table to store information about the products. I made a brand table to store information about the brands of the products. I made a goods received note table, goods received note item table, where it stores the information about the products that was sold, information about the products that were given to the that were given to the store by the suppliers. Stock, what is like the stock, which is products that are currently on sale, haven't been purchased. The invoices and the invoice item, which stores data about the products, the products in the invoices. that were sold. It stores information about the products that were sold to the customers, right? Yeah, okay. So that's it for questions at third 2. We'll be back for questions at third 3. Thanks for watching.